Today we are going to look at operators in Python. There are different types of operators in Python. I gave you a brief intro into it in my previous class. So in this class, I'm fully going to go into operators in Python. What does operators do? Operators are symbols that simply enables you to expand your code. That is basically it. They enable you to expand your code. So your code is just like a building block, right? You lay one block on top of another block on top of another block, and then it gives you the full shape of the house. Now, through the help of operators, you can actually write your code. The whole process is input, process, output. The process is the code that is going to work on the input, which is the data, and then you get out an output. Now, you write a very small code, very small source code, and then you can write a very complex source code through the help of these operators. You are going to use these operators. You combine these operators in different forms and shapes to give you a very powerful, complex source code. So let's go into the concept of operator and see the different types of operators that we have and how we use them in writing our source code. Okay, so this is operators in Python. Operators are symbols, sometimes keywords, that are predefined to perform a certain most commonly required operations on one or more operands. So you have one or more operand. Now, operators provide the tools to perform a wide range of operations and comparisons. These are different types of operators. Arithmetic operators. What is the purpose? Perform mathematical operations. And what are these operators? We have the plus, which is addition, minus, which is subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulo. This modulo returns the remainder. We have exponentiation, which is to the power of. Then we have floor division, this symbol, floor division, forward slash twice, 2 /. Floor division returns the quotient. If modulo return remainders, floor division returns the quotient. We are going to see it practically. We have comparison operators. What is the purpose? Compares two values and produces a Boolean result. And what are these operators? Equal to. This is equal to in Python, not the other one. The other one is assignment operator. If it is just one, it's assignment operator, but two means equal to. Now, when you have this exclamation mark and equals to, it means not equal to. That's what it means. This symbol means less than. This one means greater than. Less than or equal. Greater than or equal. Then we have the logical operators. What is the purpose? Combine Boolean values, right? Operators. And what are these operators? We have the logical and, we have the logical or, and then we have the logical not. So these are the operators, and, or, and not. Then we have the assignment operators. Purpose: assign values to variables. That is basically, we've been using it a lot since we started. Assigning values to variables. So what are the operators? This is the symbol. Assign, the assign operator. Then we also have the plus or equals to operator. These actually augmented operators. We'll look at this. This plus or equals to and assign. Add and assigned. Minus and assigned. Multiplication and assigned. Division and assigned. Modulus and assigned. Exponential and assigned. And then the floor operation and assigned. These ones are actually in a different class of operator, which is what augmented operators. We'll look at that. Then we have identity operators. What is the purpose? Compare the memory location of two objects. We are going to see that practically. Operator is, that is the operator. True if the operands reference the same object. That is, they are in the same memory. Is not true if the operands reference different objects. So we are going to see that practically. Membership operators. What is the purpose? Test whether a value is a member of a sequence. Operators in. True if a value is found in the sequence, not in. True if a value is not found in the sequence. So the operator is in and not in. So, and then they are explaining what this operator will do when you use them in your source code, what they do. Then we have the bitwise operator. What is the purpose of this bitwise operator? Perform bitwise operations on integers. This bitwise operator is actually closer to the hardware than we human, because it has to do with conversion of values to 0 and 1. And you know 0 and 1 is actually what is happening at the hardware level, right? At the hardware layer. You know, just like a human being, we are talking about this our wall. This our wall is the wall of duality. So in the wall of duality, we are looking at 0 and 1. So the same thing with the hardware. At the level of that hardware, you are looking at 0 and 1. So bitwise operators, purpose, perform bitwise operations on integers. Operators, and, bitwise and, bitwise or, this singular line, bitwise or. Then bitwise XOR, then bitwise not. These are the operators. Then the left shift and the right shift. We are going to see practically how you use them in our source code. All right, so this is our PyCharm, and this was what we did in our last class on literals. So I'm just going to clean this, and then we'll begin the demonstration of our various operators. So I'm going to look at the arithmetic operator. So the arithmetic operator, we talked about different types. And now let me just declare a variable. So I will declare a variable A, and I assign a value, say 20 to it. And then I will declare another variable B, and I assign another value to it, say 10, right? Okay, so we are going to use all the operators on these two variables. Now before that, let me just write my source code as print, then I'm going to say how to use arithmetic operators, right? So this is, I'm going to print this out first, and then here I will say print. So the first one will be A plus B. Next one will be print A minus B. The next one will be print A divided by B. The next one will be print A multiply B. The next one will be print A modulus B. Next one will be print A, right, B, which is the floor operator. So is there any one that I'm missing among the arithmetic operators? So we have plus, minus, division, multiplication. Okay, we also have the exponential. Okay, let me do another one here, C. And then assign a value to it, right? So I can come here and say print. This one will be A modulus C, right? So which means 20 raised power 2. That is basically what I'm saying here. What will be the output? So I'm going to execute this, and then you see the various arithmetic operators. What will be the output? What will be returned here? So I'm just going to execute this. Now, these are the values. So the first one is print A plus B. Okay, the first thing is print how to use arithmetic operators, which is what you are seeing. how to use arithmetic operators. Now, the first one is A plus B, which is 20 plus 10. That gives us 30. The second one is A minus B, which is 20 minus 10. That will return 10. The next one is A divided by B, which is 20 divided by 10. And in Python, division always return a float value. Division will return a float value. So you can see 20 divided by 10 is 2. But in returning it, it returns a float value. Right? That is what it's returning, a float value, 2.0. Now, the next one is A multiplied by B, which is 20 times 10. So that will give us 200. This one is modulus, which means 10 divided by 20 is 2. So there's no remainder. So the remainder is 0. That's why it's giving you 0. Then the floor operator, which is what? A divided by B. 10 divided by 20 is 2. So that is what is returning. And then the last one is A raised to power C, which is 20 raised to power 2. That will be what? 400. So 20 times 20 is giving you 400. So these are arithmetic operators that I want to demonstrate. And you can see that here I am just using integer to do my work. I can actually convert these numbers to float. So I can say 0.0 and this one 0.0. So this now becomes float. This data type is float, not integer anymore. Now when I carry out this same operation, so you see all the answers will be in float. So you can carry out arithmetic operation on the different numeric data type. So we've done arithmetic operators. We want to look at comparison operators, which is the purpose of it is compare two values and produce a Boolean result, whether it is true or it is false. That is the result is going to give to us when we compare two values. So we're looking at the equals to operator, the not equals to operator, less than operator, greater than operator, and less than or equals to or greater than or equals to operators. So let's use our PyCharm to demonstrate this, and then you see what the output will be. So I'm just going to remove this. I'm just going to delete this, and then I will change this back to integer. Now I have these two variable, A equals to 20. This is not equals to. I'm actually using it as if I'm doing mathematics. This is assignment operator, meaning I'm assigning 20 to A, I'm assigning 10 to A. So let's start getting used to saying it the way it should be said, so that you will not be confused and be thinking I'm saying A equals to 20. A is not equals to 20. I am assigning 20 to A. So this is assignment operator. 20, assign 20 to A, assign 10 to B. Now, in my script, I'm going to say print this is how to demonstrate comparison operator. So this class is to demonstrate comparison operator. Then you come here, you say print, and then we say A equals B. Come here, say print A not equals B. And then we say print A greater than B. Then we'll come here, we say print A less than B. Then we'll come here, we say print A less than or equals to B. Here we say print A greater than or equals B. All right, so if I execute all this, A equals to B, is A equals to B, it will tell us whether true or false. Is A not equals to B, it will tell us whether true or false. Is A greater than B, it will tell us whether true or false. Is A less than B, it will tell us whether true or false. Is A less than or equals to B, it will tell us whether true or false. Is A greater than or equals to B, it will tell us whether true or false. So it's going to compare these two operands, A and B, and then return a Boolean result, which is either true or false. So let's execute this. Okay, these are the answers. Printed the first line, which is what? This class is to demonstrate comparison operator. Now the first one is false. A equals to B, so A is not equals to B, so that is false. Second one is true. Is A not equals to B? Yes, it's true. A is not equals to B, so that returns true. Now, is A greater than B? Yes, A is greater than B, so it's going to return true. Now, the next one is A less than B? A is not less than B, so that is false, so it's going to return false. Now, is A less than or equals to B? A is not less than or equals to B, so that is false. Is A greater than or equals to B? A is greater than, right? A is greater than B, but not equals to B. So it is returned true because it's checking the first one. A is greater than B. So this is how you use comparison operator to return a Boolean value in Python.